Hi guys, my name is Leora and welcome back to my channel. Today's episode I will be sharing my March TBR with you and going through the process of how I actually choose my monthly TBR. So let's get started. Member on Goodreads in a group called 2020 Reading Challenge. So I've been a member of this group for about 2 years now. This is an amazing group. They have a monthly book that they read, that everyone reads and can comment on and review afterwards. They also host several monthly challenges, not just a monthly challenge. They actually host 2 monthly challenges where they give you a list of prompts and you can choose which one of the prompts you want to read books for. You can do several prompts, you can do one of the prompts. They also do quarterly challenges, so there's normally 2 quarterly challenges as well, running from January to March and so onwards. They also have yearly challenges. Now the yearly challenges are challenges like read a book in every color or read a book starting with each letter of the alphabet. They also include the Pop Sugar Challenge as one of their yearly challenges. So they always have something going on, and then like I said, they have a monthly book that they also read. So you can vote on next month's book and then you can also nominate following month's book. So it's a really nice community to be part of. So I try to participate in the challenges, but I don't build my whole TBR according to the challenges. So I'll choose 2 or 3 books to read for the prompts or for the challenges, and then I've got some other methods that I use to determine my monthly TBR. So the March theme for all the challenges is flowers or something to do with flowers. And one of the challenges that they are running is Earth Laughs in Flowers. Sorry if I get all tongue-tied today. I am going to try and list all the prompts for that challenge here so that you guys can see what the options were. And the prompt that I chose for this challenge was a book set in a university. So obviously I chose Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So this one's been on my TBR for a while, and I think this is the perfect prompt, or this is the perfect book for this prompt. So our main character, Alex, is a freshman at Yale University, and she sees this as her fresh start. She is recovering from a very traumatic unsolved crime, and she gets involved in some unexpected events, and the story is about her coping with her past and trying to solve these weird, mysterious things happening at Yale University. So one of the quarterly challenges in this group is called Myths Around the World. Again, I'm going to try and put the prompts here for you so that you can see what the prompts were. The next book I chose possibly fits into 2 of these prompts, but I won't use the book to contribute to both prompts. I'm going to read the book and see where it fits the best. So it will either fit into the prompt where you have to read a book about a metamorphosis, or it will fit into the prompt where you have to read a book set in a desert or that contains scenes in a desert. So the book that I chose was Nevernight from J. Christoph. Now, almost everybody is familiar with this book. This will be my second J. Christoph, which I'm very proud about because I am really curious to see what else he brings. I have just finished the alumni files and I absolutely loved it. So this will be my first standalone from this author. I am not too familiar with the premise of this book, and I think if I'm going to try and explain what I think this book is about, I'm going to give you the wrong information. So let me rather tell you what the book was about after I've read it. So the third method I use to choose a book for my monthly TBR is a book from a book subscription box. I subscribe to a few of them, not all at the same time. Some months I will skip some and only order one. It all depends on the themes that are being released at the time. But these boxes arrive and then I own these books. So I've made an effort to read these books because otherwise I am wasting my money. They start to pile up and I tend to forget about them. So I've decided to include this in my monthly prompt where I have to read a book from a book box subscription. Book box subscription? Book subscription box? How I do this is I have a shelf on Goodreads specifically for books that I've received in subscription boxes, and Goodreads actually has a really nice functionality that if you go to a specific shelf, you can random sort. So you scroll down to the bottom of the page and you select the random sort filter and it will randomly sort the list for you. So I did a random sort for my book subscription boxes for this month, and it actually landed on Woven in Moonlight, which I received in my fairy loot in January. But then I realized something, that Crescent City is being released in March and I definitely want to read this book. So in an attempt not to overextend myself, I've decided not to read a book subscription book or a book subscription box book. It's a lot of B's. So I'm not going to read a book subscription box book for March because I am going to be reading this beautiful boy. Oh, just look at it. It is so beautiful. It is thick and big and chunky and it's fluffy and I am just so excited. And I even had my nails done today. I don't know if you can see that. Book. Okay, so I received 5 chapters from NetGalley. I am currently on chapter 4. I need to start chapter 4 and then I'm going to go over to the book and do some annotations. And I also would like to do a reading vlog on this book as well in March, which I am officially supposed to start today. I don't know how far I'm going to get, but let's see. I'm really excited about this one. I have been raving about it for weeks now. Everyone that knows me on Instagram knows that I am constantly talking about this book. So that will be my 3rd book for March. It is so chunky. I'm so excited. Right. Okay, so as I've mentioned, I'd like to use Goodreads. I also do what I call a ramble scramble. So a ramble scramble is where I go all the books in my want to read shelf. And again, I do a random sort so that Goodreads select a book for me. Now, in my want to read shelf, I've got a list of about 200 books. And those books are either books that I own, books that are rated 4 stars and above that I want to read, that I've either seen on Instagram or that friends have recommended, or that I've purchased. So some of it is actual books that I own, some of it is ebooks. A lot of those books are also Goodreads Choice Award, either nominees or winners. So I would call that really my general TBR. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, that shelf contained over 500 books. And I actually made an effort in the last couple of weeks to trim it down. I went through that whole shelf. I deleted books that I knew that I was just never going to read. So that shelf is looking a lot better. Like I said, there's about 200 books on there. So for my 4th book for March, I did a ramble scramble and Goodreads chose The Signature of All Things by Elizabeth Gilbert. Elizabeth Gilbert is well known for Eat, Pray, Love, and she also wrote City of Girls, which is also on my TBR, but I have not read it yet. Our main character is Alma. So Alma has got this unquenchable thirst for all things magical. She loves the world, she loves nature, she loves outdoors, which she got from her father. She grows up to be a botanist and loves exploring the world through her career. She falls in love with a very unexpected man, and that is about what I know from the book. So I am actually really excited for this one, as I haven't read Eat, Pray, Love and I haven't read City of Girls. This will then be my first Elizabeth Gilbert, and I have heard absolutely amazing things both about this book and about the author. This is also my first book for March that is not a fantasy, which I'm very relieved about. Goodreads Ramble Scramble has been kind to me because I cannot do just fantasy. I have to have a little bit of variety in the books that I read. My comfort zone is fantasy and historical fiction. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. And I still seem to be drawn to those books, but I am trying to make an effort to branch out in a couple of other genres, and I'm hoping that this year will go really well with that goal. So this is the method that I use to choose the 4 main books on my TBR on a monthly basis. I don't want to choose more books than that because I also want to give myself some time to listen to audiobooks while I'm doing other projects. I also want to maybe do a buddy read with a group of friends, or with a friend, or with a fellow bookstagrammer. And I also don't always know which books I will be receiving from publishers to review, and I also don't know when those books will arrive. I don't end up reading just 4 books in a month, but I basically only add 4 books to my definite TBR, and the rest will follow as the month goes. However, this month I know that we will most likely be doing a buddy read of The Boy Who Steals Houses by C.J. Drews. If you do not follow Kate on Instagram, you are missing out. She is my absolute favorite bookstagrammer. I love her feed. I love her stories. She actually has a Twitter account. I don't have Twitter, but this woman will make me join Twitter just to follow her. She has the most amazing sense of humor. She is so funny and her stories are so enjoyable. I often just go onto Instagram to see if she's posted something on her stories, because scrolling through her stories, it's entertainment in itself. So I'm very excited to read this book. This will be my first book by Kate. I also do have 1,000 Perfect Notes, which I will also be reading later in the year. And this one I'm adding to my March TBR. Like I said, we are doing a buddy read or a group read of this. There's something really exciting along with our group read of this for our fellow South African bookstagrammers. I cannot give you the details as yet, but keep your eye on my channel and on my Instagram feed. There's something really exciting coming with this book as well. Our main character in this book is Sam. Sam and his brother has had a very hard life. They have been abused by people that should have really taken care of them, and they are determined to build really awesome lives for themselves. I have read a lot of reviews about this book where it says this book broke people, basically shattered them. So this makes me both excited and nervous for this book, because I love books that just grab my soul, that grabs my heart and just makes me feel. So yes, I am adding this one to my March TBR. Those are the books that I will be reading in March, and I will share the journey with you as I go. I would love to know what you are reading in March, and I would love to know how you choose your books that you plan on reading in a month. If you've liked this video, please click the like button. If you want to see more of my upcoming videos, click on the subscribe button. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Chat to you soon, book lovers. Bye!